Hello everyone, let's try to solve this question together. So a neonate is on nasal high frequency jet ventilator. The peak inspiratory pressure is decreased to 28 from 30 as shown in the insert picture. On the monitor, the delta P increased from 16.6 to 20.1 as shown. The possible reason could be, pause the slide, zoom the pictures. What do you guys think is the possible reason? Okay, the correct response is nasal ventilation. Because there's a leak in the system, as you guys can see, at the nasal level, but it's not air leak like a pneumothorax. Because, for example, let's dissect it one by one. So what will be the expected response? The expected response would be, if you decrease the PIP and keeping the PEEP the same, the delta P will decrease, which is not the case here. The delta P has increased. The reason is because with every ventilation breath and nasal ventilation, the PEEP generated is different, and it's a calculated delta P on the monitor. So that's why expected response is out. Now, what about obstruction? Always keep an eye on server pressure. This is very important. See, here is 2.8 and it's 2.9. So there is no big change in servo pressure. That's why these last two options are out. So the point which I want to make, when the patient or a neonate is on jet ventilator, always look at servo pressure. That gives a big indication in the change of air delivery. So for example, if the servo pressure suddenly increase, then there is some air leak or pneumothorax. That's why the pressure is detected as high. So anyway, so this is the answer, and in this patient this is the delta P trending. So with time, as you guys can see, the delta P is gradually decreased, which is the response we wanted. So this is from AI. The AI also has calculated this delta P, and you guys can see that this is the definition. So in ideal scenario, if PIP is increased and PEEP remains constant, the delta P will increase, and if you decrease the PIP keeping the PEEP constant, the delta P will decrease, which makes sense, and this is the example. So this is a very nice reference. If you guys have time, pull it and read it. It describes all the ranges and all. The most important part is this table 3, and if you guys can read, this is a small font, but you guys can read that to keep the delta P constant, you have to manipulate both. So this is a concept which you have to remember, that basically delta P is determining the tidal volume. So if you want to give a constant delta P, you have to change both PIP and PEEP. Most likely you don't have to do. Usually you keep the PEEP the same and work on your PIP, which is peak inspiratory pressure. Changing PEEP will change in recruitment of the lung and cause some changes. So that's why we rarely touch PEEP on jet ventilator. I hope this makes sense and you guys have learned something together today. You guys have a wonderful day. Bye.